Our guy Shea Dixon, On3Sports, Bengal Tiger on 3, crushes it always. Shea Deasy, what's going on, sir? How we doing?
You don't live with me, so yes, you don't think I'm crazy, but some people
All right.
I'm driving actually, Emily, my better half, to the airport right now for the National Letter Winners Convention.
Awesome.
As a couple former players here, I'd assume your L Club status is up to date, boys.
Flynn's probably is.
Look,
Flynn's actually probably is.
Oh, we've got a confirmation. Matt's is.
With Emily, since her first year last year, I jumped in with that lifetime membership.
You did?
L Club.
All right. You want to get me one?
No, bud.
Why? We're teammates. I blocked for you. Like, I kept you safe.
It's your own L. You have your own letter. I have my letter. You have yours.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am going to eventually get on that. A soft guarantee.
There you go.
All right, Shea. So we were talking before you hopped on. There's a couple of guys I want to ask you about. So Tristan Keys is probably something that you've had to answer a lot already. He's going on his official visits. There's videos and pictures of different uniforms. But the one, obviously, with him in the Tennessee uniform going down the orange runway there with a crowd is certainly making its wave on social media. Status with him and his LSU commitment?
Still committed, which, if people don't know what you're referencing, the entire Tennessee staff and personnel all did kind of a tunnel cheering for him, and I think it kind of brought out in a lot of people. I'm glad I'm not a college football coach right now, but that's how you entertain and wine and dine in the new era of 5 stars. But look, Tristan Keys coming out of my alma mater, Hattiesburg High in Pineville. LSU's recruited so well there, and I guess most people know this, but look, Baton Rouge to Hattiesburg and Laurel, Oak Grove, all that is closer than it is to Starkville or Oxford or Tuscaloosa. So even being Mississippi kids, we've seen them have a lot of success in that area recently. And Tristan being committed out of Hattiesburg High, he was always going to make these visits. Miami, Tennessee this past weekend. A&M was in the mix 2 weekends ago, but his final visit of the month this weekend, LSU, and it will be kind of a who's who of guys on campus with camp, official visits, the Bayou Splashes this weekend. So a jam-packed weekend, and Keys will be there as the headliner, one of the headliners.
Shay, what do you think the opening line is for LSU coaches when recruiting wide receivers? Is it just basically look at what we've done over the last decade in wide receivers? Because it's, if anybody should be able to recruit wide receivers in the country, it should be LSU.
Yeah, I think I remember that Tristan committed, and it was kind of turning that way, but he committed the day after Jamar Chase landed his new contract. So certainly those kids aren't overlooking what the guys like Jets and Jamar and obviously into Malik and Brian here recently have done in the NFL. So really it's the same. It's that pitch. It's, hey, look, always going to have talent. It's the same pitch they give quarterbacks, which, we all lived through the Les era. We all won a natty. So, but, not knocking you, Matt. You were the GOAT, right? But no one is looking at – these kids look at LSU. Think about it. When they were 14 maybe, they started really knowing they had a chance to play college football. Well, LSU's won 2 Heismans at quarterback since then. Every receiver has gone on to immediately set these NFL records. So I think it's kind of – most LSU fans who are over 30 are kind of – wake me up, am I dreaming type, like every top quarterback looks at us. So do all the top receivers. Yeah. And Bo Bentley, a top 5 quarterback coming out of Texas, is down to LSU and OU. And it's kind of a reverse. It's like not the Lincoln Riley days anymore. And LSU's more of that team. So I think the pitch to Tristan Keys is the same as quarterbacks is, look, we've had one of the top 10 offenses, 15 offenses in the country year after year now. And once again, that's my odds on favorite to win the Heisman. They'll have quarterbacks who can get you the ball.
Now, Shea,
very loose translation of the word GOAT.
Yeah.
Very loose.
Yeah, it definitely means something else when he's talking to you. Shea, another recruit that LSU's been certainly heavy on for a long time, Lamar Brown, who's on LSU's campus. I mean, he goes to U High. There was word that he is not going to have his official visit at LSU. What's kind of the read there?
I do think that he ends up visiting LSU this weekend. That's my guess. It's way too big of a weekend, but Jake, you said it. He's a U High kid. These kids, I don't think people outside of Louisiana, maybe, or even Baton Rouge, get when we say they go to the lab school, like they're playing football next door to the ops building. They are on campus every day. So when you get the chance to go to Miami and Texas, and A&M has always been the other team outside of LSU, you're going to have a blast at seeing something new for the first time with a red carpet rolled out for you as a 5-star. But he ended up visiting A&M as playing this weekend, then said, hey, look, I may not going to visit LSU and going to go back to A&M again. There's 5 days in between now and the weekend. I'll be surprised if that holds up. And if it does, then it's quite telling of where he sits with LSU. And I think LSU would receive that message loud and clear. But again, between official visits and the splash this weekend and camp, I think that odds are he'll probably show up.
Shea, let's look ahead a little bit. I'm always going to talk quarterbacks, ask quarterbacks, and just a real general question about in-town guy, Elijah Haven. Like, any new updates on him with going into? I know he's not this coming year, but we kind of got to look ahead with him. Any updated news?
Right. I mean, for this cycle, it's been Bo Bentley, and then you look ahead because there's so many guys in next year's class, even a couple in Louisiana, and a couple that have offers, one out of Evangel, and then obviously one out of Dunham here. And I look at Haven, Michigan's been on him, Baylor, a couple of schools in Texas pretty heavily since early on, and then LSU. I do think LSU takes 2 quarterbacks. I just get a feeling that there's too many guys out there and that have interest, that if the dominoes fall that way, they would take 2. And he's firmly in that mix. I don't think he's in a rush to make a decision anytime soon. But the other one I would watch is another border state kid and coming out of Texas, and Colton Nussmeier, who is already taller than not just Garrett, but also Doug. So he's got the height, and he's a southpaw. So a little bit of a mix-up there from Garrett. But that's kind of 2 names I have, right? Or at least you're looking at the in-state guys that have offers, those 2 out of Dunham and Evangel, and then you're looking into East Texas and saying, all right, how can we get Nussmeier on board?
All right, there he is, Shea Dixon, good enough to join us while driving to the airport. And tell Emily, Matt Flynn's going to pay for my Elk Club membership.
We're going to get Hester
lifetime membership. He's going to pay for it, and I'll be all signed up here very soon.
That's right. All right, message received.